What's going on, everybody? This is gonna be an intro video. That sounds funny. So I've been kicking this around for a while. So a quick little background. Grew up in the 90s. I was born in '83. Well, my whole point in saying that is grew up with the hip hop era. Was really interested in hip hop. I played drums in school, percussion as well as the drum set. And I was always interested in, rap and the ability to rap and all that stuff. Maybe I wrote a few poems here and there growing up. But I think it was Mo Money, Mo Problems, Mace, Puffy, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy at the time, and Notorious B.I.G. I loved that track. It was a hype track. I was in 8th grade. In fact, summer of 8th grade, I got my learner's permit, and I used to ask my mom to play the tape in our van when I was able to drive, and I just loved it, man. And but I sat down and played the song back and forth enough to write down the lyrics, and ever since then, I was like, man, this rapping is so cool. It's just so cool to be able to do. And so later in high school, one of my buddies, we would be kicking around doing some freestyling. I didn't do much of it, if not any, like literally, I really didn't do it. And I was like, man, this guy's like trying to like rapping a little bit. So I started to practice first literally in the shower when I would listen to music on the radio. And one of the tracks I really like to rap to was It's Getting Hot in Here, Nelly. And, because that type of beat, boom, 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 boom. I like the faster paced beats. Anyway, 2002 came along, and I went down to my brother's wedding, and I literally wrote my first like rap. I honestly don't remember it. It was okay. The issue I ran into when writing is it was very difficult for me to not sound robotic, which of course I know if you memorize something and then you tweak it and you can do it, which down the road I want to do that. But long story short, I started kind of on my own rap journey. 2003, I found out that some speakers and whatnot that my parents' computer had, I could hook up a little module to it to get a microphone and a headset going, and I was able to record. So I was able to find these different instrumentals, and I was starting to do different raps. I remember I had this court case. I got in trouble for drinking underage, and I had to do a court case. I went to court to contest it because I had an attorney. It was like a flat rate attorney who had helped us get out of some speeding tickets, and I kind of got a few different things came at me at once, so we kind of needed an attorney, and hopefully so I wouldn't have to pay a bunch of fines and stuff. Anyway, I remember after that I felt good, man, and I freaking was like, man, I feel good. And I went home and like did a freestyle, April Fool's flow, I remember, and it was a really good flow. Back then I cussed in my freestyles. Nowadays I really don't at all. I'll let one slip here and there, but I purposely learned how to freestyle without cussing because I didn't want to have to lean on the cuss words too much, because they end up being really, a lot of filler and stuff. Always continued to dabble, kept freestyling, had like some dark years where I didn't do much of it. Moved down to Texas in 2010. 2012, when the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre happened, where the guy went in there and shot a bunch of kids, which I don't mean to gloss over that, but the big idea was gun control and mental health. And I was like, well, gun control, you can't really control the guns. You have to figure out a way to control the people, which you can't control the people in a free society. So what do we need to work on? Our mental health. And so I was like, well, the only thing I can do is maybe create some entertainment that encouraged people and maybe educated them a little bit. And that kind of went off from there. I started my Facebook page. It's still up today. It's called The Real PDE Studios. And I started doing rhymes through SoundCloud. Unfortunately, all my original posts on my page that linked to SoundCloud, I don't think any of them work anymore. I do have an active SoundCloud still. I don't know the handle to it. I've been trying to get everything kind of conglomerated together. But so I'm kind of put a bow on. I didn't mean this to be this long. I was like, look, I love freestyling. I think I can get better at it. And so December of 2012, I literally started freestyling every day, 3 times a day. That's all I focused on, that and working out. And like by the end of the month, I did a flow. It was called December, because I'd freestyle it and I'd listen to it and I'd name it. And first of all, I had a lot of fun doing that, because I really felt like I was really in the lane that I needed to be in. Because previously I was trying to do way too much all at the same time. And so ever since then, guys, I've been doing that. I had another little lull. I got married in 2015. 2013, my original laptop died. I got a second one. And when I tried to hook up my nice new microphone to it, I had microphone lag. Honestly, guys, ever since then, with family and just, you know, paying the bills, I haven't done a lot with it. 2017 came around, November 2017, I discovered Anchor, which is a platform that allows you to record and then shoot it out as a podcast. Well, in its original form, well, actually the second version of it, it was a social audio where there's a lot of there's an inside track of people that you'd be sending them voice messages, or it was called call-ins, and it was like you could call into somebody's radio show. And I actually got discovered, because what I started to do is I realized, well, shoot, I can start freestyling on Anchor, because I hadn't been able to do it in a long time. We had moved back up to Alaska, and I was like, shoot, I'll start recording. So I did a 5 Fingers of Death freestyle, and literally just had a track playing from YouTube. And this guy named Freestyle, who unfortunately we've since fallen out of touch, he discovered me on there, and his show was, you would do freestyle call-ins, and then he would mix it up and curate it, because he was a DJ. And man, we had freestyle contests. I won the first one. It was just the most clean freestyles, because I could just crank out freestyles. And yeah, there might be similarities here and there, but as long as I have a different beat to rap to, those should be somewhat different. You know, anything after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in one day, I might kind of not run out of things to say, but just kind of run out of those creative juices. Which reminds me that I need to end this with a freestyle, just because. So anyway, since then, I had a lot of fun there. That platform changed. There wasn't as much community. People started getting on Spoon, which is a new platform, and that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been still talking to some friends on Anchor, sending them. One of the things I like to do is do intros for people. I just like play a beat and like introducing, you know, PDE, like that's me. But so it's just been fun, guys. And what I want to do is start posting on YouTube. But what I need to figure out how to get around is copyright stuff, because the only music that I use is just instrumentals that I find on YouTube. Yes, I want to make my own beats at some point, but again, it's not something I've delved into. The equipment, the software, the knowledge. You know, we have, my wife and I operate a company, not even related to music, so that's kind of our focus. But, you know, music has always been kind of my passion. Kind of like, hey, I really feel like I got a message to get out. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn on some beats here. I'm just driving here, headed to my destination. Let's pull up YouTube here. My idea is just to do freestyles and post them on my new channel, which is what this is going to be on, Last Frontier Freestyles. But again, I don't want to post a bunch of stuff only to have to take it down from, you know, copyright. So let me pull this up here. Let's try this one. Old school. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Check it out. I tried to tell my story. this is the chorus. I try to tell my story. Yo, this is the chorus. I try to steal my story on the flow. I gotta keep driving down the road because I'm like an Alamo. I gotta remember what you gonna say. I think that was a rhyme that really worked, man. I don't even know what's coming out of my brain. I'm gonna turn left on the street, man. I'm headed west, I'm headed east, I'm headed toward the mountains, and I'm the best and not the least. Woo! And that's how I spit a flow. Thank you for tuning in, man. Freestyle Friday, yo. Last frontier freestyling on the way. It's your brother PDE, and I'm practicing for sway. In the morning, what you gonna do? AM radio, shade 45 coming through with my crew, bro. Gangs of Paradise, Coolio up on the mic, and that's how we're doing it. Have a good night. Yeah, this is a testing. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to find out if it sounds better for you. Audience, I don't really gotta rhyme cause I was done. I'm gonna have some fun, gonna grab my gun when I go through the trails of vacate because the grizzly bear chase you down, man. You think you're gonna get up a treat, they gonna knock it down and have you for dinner, man. Eat your meat, what you gonna say? That's how I do it, like every day. Peace out, man. GoPro 8. Shout out, man. Never hesitate on your dreams, man. Better steady chase them. I'm talking about the flows like I'm Jason Statham. I'm the driver and the steady transporter. That's how we do it. All you gotta do is hit recorder. Peace out, y'all.